Daniel's Dread Tales is a show for grown-ups. It may contain adult language and adult themes. Please check the episode description for content warnings.
On tonight's episode of Daniel's Dread Tales Low Places, the crew investigates Onyx and Gale's hometown when people start disappearing. Family drama, spider monkeys, and semi-trumped up arson charges abound. All that and more because you never know what you'll find when you start looking in low places. Enjoy the show titled The Long Road Home. I'm Nathan, and I'll be your game master for the evening.
I'm Damien, he, they. Some people know me as Magical Hack. I am playing Onyx Blackblade, the Spellslinger, they, them.
My name is Daniel, he, him, and I am playing Roland, the time-displaced exile, also he, him pronouns.
I am Russell, they, them, and I'll be playing Gale, also they, them, the pararomantic.
Hello, my name is Theodore Monk. I'll be playing Isabelle Dukakis, the Searcher. My pronouns are he, him, and her pronouns are she, her.
Last time, Onyx and Gale learned something, that's for sure. Did either of you try to call your sister/mom?
I do not believe this person exists.
No. Essentially, Onyx's mother is dead to them, effectively. They were actually more curious about the conversation that was going on in the security office that they were ushered out of that happened between Zaz and Miller. So at some point during the week, or the intervening time, they would have attempted to use magic to look in on that conversation.
Well, since Mr. Miller's actor is not here right now, and I do not remember the specifics of that conversation because we recorded quite a while ago.
All of the pantheons are basically kicking everybody out of their respective godly realms. Essentially,
yes, that
is
is
the long
happening.
and the short of it.
Yep, that was the fucking weird thing we found out was all the religions are true. Or at least a couple of them are.
I will have you know that they are not all true. There's only... I still know that there's one true religion.
I think Rama and Thor over here might want to take you up on that, brother.
Trust me, they might.
I think they're all true, it's just some are more true than others.
Yeah.
Onyx, you receive a call from your slightly less dead to you, but also pretty dead to you father.
Yes, Richard?
Listen, son, I'm sorry for calling out of the blue like this, but...
Refer to me by Onyx. Remember, they, them?
Right.
One of the
Onyx.
reasons why I don't speak with you or Donna?
Well, Onyx, I have some news. A bunch of people in your hometown have started going missing, and your mother is one of them. And, I know you've been, running a bit of a mystery side business. It's kind of been hard to ignore. The stuff you've done has been on the news twice. Yeah, the whale skeleton.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, but I saw you coming out of the museum in the footage, in the news footage. I don't think anyone's actually attached you to either of these things yet, but, I saw you and I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense. No offense, that's a prideful, that makes a lot of sense. I know we haven't exactly been the best of parents, but you know how much your mother means to me, and I would really appreciate it if you could help me just this once.
I will see what I can do about saving the missing townsfolk.
Thank you. That's all I...
Onyx does not like their parents.
I have gathered. I probably should have ran by you first what their names were. But, yeah.
Well, you have them now.
I do. At least I still got to come up with the last name. Anyway.
Uh-oh. That's from history, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. It's beset. But in any case, road trip?
Road trip.
Who was that?
Yeah, I would have. I would have brought this to everyone else's attention. Yeah, so apparently a bunch of people in my hometown are going missing.
Oh, where's that?
Yeah, what's the hometown? Tell us now, quickly.
Somewhere in rural Michigan.
Ooh, Michigan. Never been.
Saugatuck, first one that came up.
Saugatuck, Michigan.
Rockin'. We love to see it.
All right. I mean, look, while I'm feeling grumpy and still thinking the world is a terrible, horrible place, that's just all the more reason why I need to go save people in it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this is probably related to our current issue with a certain fiery someone.
Well, if we're driving to Michigan, we should probably go through Redacted. It's faster that way.
It is faster that way.
Do we try to reach out to Miller and just not hear from him?
That is what happens. It would seem right now Mr. Miller is very deep in an investigation to the little missing Pantheons mystery.
I'm imagining this happening as we're at the museum. I could be wrong.
Smash cut!
We've been on one road trip. We already know how this works now.
And where you guys end up is a kind of pleasant, rural, I wouldn't say suburbia-esque, but it's not that far off. You do recognize and remember all of this, Onyx. This is home sweet home, derogatory.
Hey, there's the high school I went to.
Oh, wow.
Flip it off as you drive past. Reflexive, legally obligated.
That's what I do every time I drive by my high school.
It would
Also,
probably be a bad thing if I set it on fire, right?
Only one way to find out.
Izzy runs a stop sign to get y'all away from the high school as fast as possible.
speaking of morally dubious actions, Gale, has anyone bothered to tell Gale that this is their sister?
And
What?
presumably their hometown.
Wait, what about being their sister? Sorry, I think I must have spaced out for something. What?
Oh, yeah. Onyx's mom is Gale's sister.
Oh.
I haven't brought up that Donna is missing. All I would have brought up is a bunch of people from my hometown are going missing. Because I'm not necessarily there to save her myself. It's just if she happens to be saved, well, I guess my father is happy.
And if he's happy, then he doesn't call you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know Gale is real out of it in their own unique little way, but would you recognize this as the place you grew up?
I always thought about living in a little town like this.
Okay, so no. The answer is no.
Vaguely familiar the way that every single town in the Midwest has built the exact same way.
Hey, Gail, you remember when you almost / kind of died?
You'll have to be more specific.
When you almost / died because of the fuck up that I made when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was...
Yeah, it was here.
Really?
Yeah.
Was I visiting? What happened
No.
there?
No, you lived here. You're actually in
What?
that house over yonder.
What?
Well, I guess it's a convenience store now.
Oh, yeah,
it
that
is a
seems like me.
convenience store now.
I could see me living in a convenience store.
Went to school in the back of an Exxon station.
Happens to the best of us. So yeah, Gale does not remember this town largely. Onyx, you still know where all of the sites are. The local police station, public library, city hall, your old home.
These are all one
You know the
building.
town pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm pointing out like the relevant stuff that we passed as we're going by. Usually with some sort of messed up story to go with it. I just completely avoid mentioning the old / current quote unquote family home. bad memories.
So whereabouts did you live?
With Donna and Richard, obviously. They're still living in the same house. It's that one back there that we passed about 2 blocks ago.
Hmm.
It was a nice little suburban house.
Like all of the ones we're
Working
passing.
class couple. The stereotypical house of a working class couple. Insofar as such a thing is
Used to exist.
capable of being stereotyped.
They had 3 or 4 MAGA signs on the lawn.
Blech.
Oh no.
Something like that, yeah.
Probably.
The house wearing the MAGA hat. Oh.
All I'm going to say is any of your discussions of your awful childhood is reinforcing my belief that things are bad or that you are bad, depending on whose side I take in the conversations. Because we still got beef, but we haven't had time to deal with it. Because we got to go save these people. I'm actually just kind of getting impatient sitting in the car, being like, okay, let's help some people. Yes, the past is the past, but let's help people.
Do we have a destination in mind?
Well, we should probably figure out what is going on with these disappearances. Hey, Izzy,
Yeah?
how good are you at talking to the cops?
Flashback to the time that Izzy got herself arrested for possession when the weed wasn't even on her. As you can see, officer, I did not ever smoke a do. Oh, shit. Cut back to the present. I'm pretty good at it.
We might want you to talk to the cops, cause, well, if we might want to talk to the cops, because they'll probably know more about any disappearances that are going on, at least superficially, and there's probably still 1 or 2 that remember me.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. I mean, like, cops can be bastards, but sometimes they are bastards who know things that we don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess, like, do I leave the car parked in front of the police station, or do they drop me off if we're worried about Onyx making an impression?
I'm assuming you're driving.
Yep.
I don't remember if we settled if anyone else could drive, though.
Gale can also.
Oh,
drive.
Gale can drive.
I'll drive.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, then I think maybe they drop Izzy off so that there isn't any chance of, like, Onyx being seen.
I'll go inside and talk to the police.
Okay.
I have an idea. Okay.
What's your idea?
Izzy hands Gale the keys, and Gale just shoos Onyx out of the passenger seat. It's like, okay, Roland, it's time for your first driving lesson.
No,
Okay, great.
No. The car is already pulling away before Izzy can interfere with this. She's like, wait, no!
It's an important skill that I need to learn.
Okay, easy. Okay, we hit a cop car. Get out of here as fast as you can.
Oh no!
That was fast. Yeah, we can go with that. A couple of cops immediately start running out of the nearby station. Firearms are naturally already drawn.
It's fine. It's fine.
Somebody else's problem now.
Yeah, she's just immediately like, I have no idea what that was. No,
So
she points the wrong way and says, they went that way, officers.
Okay.
Do we want to do Izzy at the police station, or are we also setting up what the others are doing at this time?
Quick point of order. Onyx, you did end up with Izzy? Is that what we're going with?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I can work with that. In that case, I would like to attempt to use magic.
Figured you might.
I would like to disguise myself.
Alright.
It works well enough. That's a 10.
Ah, very good.
The goal, actually, is rather than disguise myself as someone else specific, I want to make myself kind of nondescript.
Ah, the angel/demon everyday disguise. It works quite well, as has been demonstrated. Unless they name themselves something stupid, but, like, they would
Come on,
never.
who did that?
That is the most suspicious human being I have ever seen.
I would also try and include making my sword, which is strapped to my back, not noticeable.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You are now in a can safely interact with the local police disguise.
Okay.
Insofar as anyone can be safe interacting with local police.
Ba-dum-bump. Anyway, yeah, I guess we head inside.
Yeah.
For the record, there are a couple cops running off in the direction you pointed them at, Izzy.
Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. When we get inside, does it look more like small town police department or like metropolitan? Is it sleepy or is it bustling?
It's on the sleepy side.
Excellent. Exactly the vibes I wanted.
The couple cops that took off are fully half the station.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a guy at the front desk, in pretty big air quotes. He clearly is also a cop. Hello, welcome to the Sagatok Local Police Department. How can I help you?
Hi, yes. We are looking for a person.
You're not the first.
Oh, did something happen? Sorry, me and my looks at Onyx's disguise. Is it androgynous, masculine, or feminine?
Androgynous.
Then I think that makes it that she does look. Squints is like me and my friend here. I think she was gonna go like brother or sister, but then was like, oh wait, shit. Me and my friend here, yeah, we were coming here to visit some of my family. What ended up happening?
I'm sorry you had to find out like this, but there have been a rash of disappearances in this town.
No, I hate disappearances.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I can't tell you much more beyond that, unless you use a move.
Oh, that's right, I do have how do I forget? I have moves.
Before that, is there like a board with like missing persons flyers on it?
There is. Yeah.
Onyx is gonna go study that and take a look at the listing, the names and stuff like that. And after Izzy does their move, I'm going to try and investigate a mystery.
So I've got my move. Fellow believer, people understand you've also known strangeness. Bystanders will talk to you about weird things they would not trust another hunter or mundane official to believe. I mean, yeah, I think she kind of like leans in a little conspiratorially and is like, what went down? Like, hey, like I've seen some weird shit in my time. Like, I'm not gonna tell anyone. Like, not gonna like spread around a rumor that you're talking crazy. But, like, what's happening?
He instantly has you pinged as a true crime podcaster, whether that's true or not.
Oh no!
But he is willing to help. It's like, well, about a dozen people so far have gone missing from their backyards. At least that was the last time any of them were seen.
That explains all the updates to the population on the town sign.
Yeah, we've had to change that number a lot lately.
They're doing it one by one?
So, actually, I guess that's a good question. Did he say all at the same time, or just, like, in around the same time?
This has been going on for about a couple weeks at this point.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, listen, I know you can't tell me, but, any leads?
Yeah, I got a stash, but, like, it's gonna cost you.
A stash? Is he trying to sell me drugs?
You asked any weeds?
No.
He said... The cop thought you said weeds.
Oh my... Yeah, okay, I think it takes Izzy a second, and she's like, no, leads. Leads.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Okay. 1, forget you heard that. And 2, we can't find any connection between all of the missing people. As randomly chosen between economic background and ethnicity, and it's men and women, we can find no connection.
They're not saying it's like, tied to drug cartels to just make up some crazy stupid answer that's clearly not true. I guess your move means he's being honest with you. So
yeah. And does this town look like it has drug cartels?
It has one drug dealer, and I'm talking to him.
Well, look, we blame drug cartels in this country for things that are very unrelated to drug cartels.
No, you're right.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I guess it'd be a good opening for Damien to use that investigate a mystery while I'm talking to the drug dealer cop.
Would we have healed any harm by now?
Yes, there's been enough time that you guys are all right by now.
Nice.
Yeah, feeling good.
Like, I only had 1 harm anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. However, I did get an 11 on my investigative mystery roll.
Respectable.
So I get 2?
Yep, ask away.
What's being concealed here?
One sec, I'm trying to determine how you can figure that out from a missing persons board.
To maybe help you, with my knowledge of the town and the people of this town, is there anything that the cops may have missed that links all of these people? I think would be a better way to phrase that same question.
You do remember all of these people, or at least their family members. These are all people that you had met when you were young or had some interaction with, at least.
So I am the link between all of these people.
Oh.
Gotcha. What sort of creature could do this? Being what sort of creature is it? Question.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of creatures that could cause random disappearances, but among the photographs on the board, you see a picture that someone took of one of the backyards that someone disappeared from, and the way the ground was disturbed tells you subterranean.
Gotcha.
Cops are just like, oh, all these people I just remembered a connection. They all had a severe mole problem.
They don't have moles here. I mean, unless you count the drug dealer who happens to be one of the cops. But, that's beside the point.
It's a small town. People wear many hats.
He's working undercover as a cop.
How am I doing in the car? Can I make a roll to see if I'm better at driving? No.
Yeah, let's cut over to Roland and Gale. As suggested, give me an act under pressure to figure out how you're doing with that.
Okay, I got +2 cool. That means that I might be good at driving. I got a 10.
All right. And now we just wait in here until the cops pass.
Okay.
There are a few growing pains, but you have largely figured out how cars work.
Find a garage to repaint the car quickly.
Yeah. He shall know your ways as though born to them.
I'm surprised they have tanks here.
They do not have tanks here.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty good at driving. Or at least I'm not good at driving yet, but I've learned the basics.
Wow, that went way better than the first time I hit a cop car.
You know what, Gale? Thank you. I feel like everybody isn't really... thank you for just helping me out, not making a big weird deal about all of this.
Everybody's worried about what'll happen rather than trying to help you.
Yes! Yes, that's it exactly. Thank you.
That was weirdly empathetic of Gale. Wow.
It's not weirdly empathetic. I think Gale's very empathetic.
Are they, though?
I think so. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I think at this moment, Roland is feeling that.
Absolutely, yeah. The town is starting to come back to you, Gale, in bits and pieces. Anything strike your memory that you want to check out?
I think there's a little cafe around here. Definitely seems like there should be. Want to go grab something?
Yeah, let's go get something. Let's get something to eat.
There is, in fact, a little cafe around here. It's quite pleasant. Not a lot of people in there, but, a good atmosphere. The baristas seem nice enough. They don't judge the fact that some burly-looking dude and Gale and W.O.W.S just walked in.
The Ren Fair is in town. I shout at everybody.
Everyone just goes, and goes back to their coffee.
Perfect. Oh, Roland, a Ren Fair is a Renaissance fair. It's where people dress up and act like they did in your time.
I could see why you would want to remember our time before everything is gone so horrible. I don't understand how you can live in this world.
It's actually pretty easy. Also, there's no alternative.
That is a very fair point.
That's too real.
It's not like the good old days of the Middle Ages. Yeah, I mean...
Are fewer people dying of dysentery?
I just miss it so much, just want to go back. I don't know why I'm here.
Maybe it's an accident.
It's exactly what I needed to hear. Yeah, maybe it's just nothing. Maybe nothing means anything.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It just means that everybody's sort of on equal footing, and the universe cares about each of us the same amount.
Huh. What a interesting way to look at that.
Are you... Huh. How do you live? Are you... How are you doing, Gale? Is this... Are you used to this sort of thing?
Which sort of thing? Cafes? They're pretty normal.
I suppose so. I would like this croissant, please.
Finally, a food I recognize.
I believe it's pronounced croissant, Roland.
Croissant?
I believe it's pronounced Wahon.
Alright, would you like a normal one, a breakfast sandwich, or a chocolate one?
Have we gotten chocolate from the New World? I don't remember when Roland was around.
This is the time for this to come up. Roland likes chocolate.
Okay, no,
Roland
that's fair.
maybe thinks that not everything is messed up. Also, the croissant wouldn't have existed yet. It sort of was created in the Renaissance, which is after I was doing my stuff. Yes! Chocolate, please! You know what? I take it back. There are some good things about this world that you live in.
Yay! And then we cut back to Izzy and Onyx.
I don't know if there's anything else we would necessarily do, right? Like at the police station? Sorry, not in general. So, like, if there's the one cop who the best he can figure out is that these happened piecemeal, and it was Onyx who figured out, oh, these are all people who know me. I don't know if we have enough to, like, launch a heist on the police station archives or something. What do you think, Damien?
I mean, we could, but I think what Onyx would do is just, like, quietly call Izzy over as soon as they see that Izzy's done interacting with the cop, and kind of share the information that, yeah, these are all people who knew me, or like relatives of people who knew me, and it looks like they were taken underground.
Okay, well, when you say that these were, like, people who knew you, these were, like, friends? Or, like, people you just saw at the grocery store?
Largely friends and acquaintances. People that you talked to, sometimes in a limited capacity, but, like, you knew them, your family knew them. Small town, you know?
Yeah. Friends and acquaintances.
Okay, I see what you're doing. In that case, then, I mean, if they're underground, what, do we hit the sewers? What are you thinking?
If I remember correctly, yeah, there were some old caves and a couple of, like, exploratory mining tunnels from way long ago underneath the town, as far as I remember. There might be some maps about them that can be found. Maybe at the library, but I'm not sure if if those records would still be kept. This is a small town after all, and, you know, if you look at what's been happening to things like libraries, it's kind of iffy that we might be able to find anything. I'm not even sure, actually, if the library is still open.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah?
I guess let's go hit up the library, see if we can find anything about these access tunnels. It's a lot easier when Miller's just here and has some message like, fire the bomb! And we can at least figure out what the fuck that means.
For the record, the library is still there, and from the looks of it, has not changed that much.
It is half of a McDonald's.
They haven't gotten any additional funding.
Nope. Look, this library is kept open by the hopes and prayers of the main librarian, mostly.
Is it... Now, my question is, do you meet up with us, or is it like the town where I grew up in, the library part of a larger civil building structure, so the library's right next to the cops?
I think I would have texted Gale.
Okay.
And been like, yeah, we're on the way to the library. It looks like everyone who's gone missing has something to do with me/us. And the next text is, oh, yeah, they're all probably underground somewhere, including Donna.
All right, it looks like they're off to the library. Something about underground people. You want to drive, or should I?
You know what? I think it's time. I think I'll give it a shot.
All right. Somehow hits another car.
Smash cut to a very fucked up looking car arriving at the library.
Wolf of Wall Street style.
I think after getting out of direct line of sight of the cop shop, Onyx would have dropped that disguise. Just simply because it's more the worrying about being in the cop shop looking like Onyx that Onyx was worried about.
For the record, there was still a wanted poster with your face on it in there.
Not surprised.
Something about arson and racketeering. But
Racketeering?
Hey, they never made the racketeering charge stick.
Those have to be trumped up charges, though. Right?
You light one cop car on fire.
It explodes, lights other cop cars on fire, and all of a sudden it's a big thing.
Yeah, it went something like that. No idea where they got the racketeering from, though.
Trying to throw extra books at me.
Yeah.
Okay. And we meet at the library.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. As you enter, the little bell rings on the door, because it's a pretty small library, all things considered. And it is there at the library that you walk in and see Richard Bissett looks up from the book he was reading and says, "Oh, Onyx. Hello." It's very awkward.
Hello, Richard. We are here to take a look at the maps of the caves and mining tunnels.
This should still be in reference. Well, he's clearly struggling to say things.
Don't worry. We will save the missing townsfolk. At the very
Thank
least,
you.
most of them.
He chooses to let it go.
There's some very complicated feelings there, on both sides.
Oh, yes. Very much so. But as he implied, the reference section is still largely intact, and you do find a map of the old cave system. Looks like there's an entrance not too far out of town.
What were the caves originally for? Were these like more mines? Or is this a natural cave formation?
It started natural, but it was expanded because the mining was good, until it wasn't. So largely they are abandoned and terrifying at the moment.
I want to say they were copper mines.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Because I think copper was mined in Michigan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and Onyx is going to pull out their phone and take a few pictures of the maps. Because don't want to steal from a library.
Yeah, what kind of monster would do
I
that?
mean, yeah, of
But
course not.
arson and racketeering is one thing.
But stealing from a library? Those are public institutions.
Hey, Onyx is very much a cab, and even was when they were younger.
They set a cop car on fire.
Yeah.
It was only a little bit of problem. But no, I agree from you. Stealing from a library is a morally reprehensible action.
Fair.
The entrance is a short drive out of town. Also,
I got it. I offer to drive.
You go
remind
for
me
it,
whose
Roland.
car this is?
Gales.
The state of your car should depress you more than it does, Gale. Roland is not good at this yet.
That's a problem for real, Russell. My car's falling apart, guys.
Understood.
I'm seeming a little happier than I was on the way out, because I feel more in control of my destiny, and also maybe I'm thinking that there is no destiny. Just for a second, I'm thinking about what Gale said. But no, obviously God has a plan for all of us. But,
Yeah.
Not too far out of town, as stated. You find the entrance to the mine. It's boarded up. A bunch of do not enter hazardous signs are there. Just like everything screaming that, hey, this is a terrible idea.
All right, who brought the crowbar? Just kidding, it was me.
You have one of those in the trunk of your car?
Don't you?
Yeah, for when you need it for car repairs.
When you need to get out of the trunk of your car.
I'm assuming, like, when Gale's like, who brought the crowbar, both Roland and Onyx are getting ready to pull their sword.
Yes.
obviously, crowbar's probably better than a sword.
Yeah.
Hey Paul, would you say that you are haunted by nightmares of the things that have happened on the Crow's Codex? I occasionally have some difficult dreams that come up. Most of those are associated with the most recent story.
Anything in particular with most recent story that's really haunted you?
The time where there were more mouths than we expected, or more eyes than we expected, or more eyes in mouths than we expected. It's hard to narrow it down.
Was it the fish with human teeth?
It's definitely up there.
If any of these things sound horrible to you, you can find them and more on the Crow's Codex, now part of the Imaginary Broadcast Network. It's as real as you want it to be.
Well, no matter how that works out, the barrier is made short work of.
All right. I guess the issue is the darkness of the cave.
Very much so.
Oh, this is a problem for
Pitch
you guys?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
The glass fire that my sword emits now, does that emit light?
Not a lot of it.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, Gale, you still got a flashlight in your trunk?
It's probably in there somewhere. I imagine there's just a lot of stuff rolling around in the bag. And I probably imagine that because that is the state of my actual trunk. Weird how that stuff bleeds in.
So,
Yeah, I hear you.
after a couple of minutes of looking around, Onyx is like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to once again solve all of my problems with magic. I would like to use magic to give all of us the ability to see in the dark.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Okay. This could
like
be
it.
really funny if it fails.
That is an 11.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yes, you've given everyone dark vision.
is it in black and white, like classic D&D Dark Vision?
Or is it like the older style where it's essentially infrared?
Heat signatures makes a lot of sense.
Nice. So yeah, now everybody blinks and the world changes from normal colors to everything in shades of everything from black to blue to red.
This is interesting because this will let us see if there are any creatures wandering around in this darkness. I think it may still be difficult to see the walls, right?
There would the walls would probably be cooler than the ambient air though.
Oh, okay.
That is
like-
true.
I do think this sensation makes Izzy nauseous because I don't think you cleared this with us first. I think you're like,
Yeah,
don't worry, I've got
absolutely.
this. And so as soon as it kicks in, Izzy's like, oh, like grabs a wall. What the fuck?
Yeah, basically what everybody sees is Onyx rummages around in the trunk for like 5 minutes and it's like, fuck this. Gale, you need to organize better.
I asked WO.W.S to do it.
Grabs the hilt of their sword, mutters a couple of words, and then everybody's sight goes funky.
Ooh, funky.
Do you love it when it's funky?
There. Now we can see.
Now we will.
Shall we continue?
As Gale was climbing past the boards into the mine shaft, you see that they're still casting a shadow in the dark.
Oh.
Huh.
It is intensely threatening for some reason. But you know, Gale's pretty amicable about the whole thing, so no immediate concern, right?
And now we got infravision, so we don't have to worry about seeing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we are going to see it, I guess. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Unless it shows up cooler than the floor does.
Oh, I believe that.
It shows
GM.
up. Yeah. I would say cooler, but that would imply like a bit cooler. The shadow is black, even in infrared vision. It is cold.
Oh, so
Ooh.
that's actually even more scary.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Gale, your innate darkness, whatever WO.W.S did to you is leaking out.
We did it together.
W.O.W.S also has a cold shadow in the dark, so that makes sense. In any case, as you descend deeper and deeper into the cave, it's quickly becoming clear why this place was shut down. It is unstable. Just walking along and talking has made some rocks shake from the ceiling. It is nerve-wracking, and still somehow only the second worst experience you guys have had caving.
Yeah.
For now.
right up until you start walking into an area with a very familiar cavalcade of silky string hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, god damn it.
I remember this stuff.
Onyx pulls out their sword.
Izzy pulls out the grenade launcher. One hand pulls up the pistol, and they're like, yeah, and then the other hand pulls up the grenade launcher one-handed.
Hey, Izzy. It's weird that I'm being the voice of reason here, but grenade launcher. Is that actually a good idea?
I think we're past good ideas.
Oh, I would like to investigate a mystery.
Go right ahead.
That's an 11.
Nice.
All right, ask away.
What happened here? I'm assuming I can't hear the buzzing, so I'm not worried rods are happening again.
That is true. You cannot hear the buzzing. In fact, despite the fact that you guys should be able to see at least a few hanging from the ceiling thanks to infrared vision, no, there are no rods in this area. It seems that they've all gone missing or died.
Problem solved. Right, if that's my
Sure.
what happened here, I get one more question.
Mm-hmm.
What was it going to do?
As you go further in, you can tell that this is an old nest. It's big, but has been relatively abandoned and is falling apart. The empty rod nest looks very desiccated. What was it going to do?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it was dormant. There was seemingly no other exit from the cave other than the one you entered through, and it's boarded up.
Well,
Was boarded up.
Yes, but you would have noticed if a rod swarm had gone rushing by you guys before.
Oh yeah, it just hasn't had time to wake up yet.
Maybe they don't show up on infrared. Oh no!
uh-oh.
There's nothing there.
Oh.
It's an empty, dead nest.
Oh my god, the moles got them.
How do we get underground from here?
Are we not already in a cave?
Fair point.
We did it.
Think he wants
Mission
to be
accomplished.
underground?
High five.
Okay. High five.
I think as we go along, Onyx is gonna pull out a compass that they have with them and make sure that they're going back in the direction of town.
Oh, that makes
And-
sense, because that's where they're being taken from.
Yeah. And you are. The cave is starting to get clearly a lot less man-made. Like, the mining stopped about a good 500 feet back.
You think to bring
From-
a lighter?
Why do we need a lighter?
Just in case there's more rods further in.
Onyx holds their flaming sword. This kind of works as a lighter for that.
Is that actual fire, though?
It does carry heat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hotter than the surroundings.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And
Fair. Yeah, I
That's-
was literally about to say, fair enough.
that's the other thing. The surroundings are getting colder. The temperature is starting to rapidly drop to the point where your dark vision is starting to not help because the ambient air in front of you in the distance has gotten cold, interfering with your thermal vision cold.
Okay. Well, looks like I'm going to have to go with option B. Once again, solving all of my problems with magic.
That's the same as option A.
Yeah, just
It's
doing
the
it
same option. It is not a different option.
Well, it is insofar that there's going to be a different result. I am going to attempt to summon a spirit that can generate light. A light spirit, if you will.
All right.
Goes wrong, someone's watered down gin.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God damn it.
Fucking hell.
That's a 12. I rolled a 9, plus my +1 for being good at summoning, plus my 2 for weird.
So, the light spirit is manifest into this world. It's almost like Willow.
Just
Will
say
the
Will
Wisp?
Wisp.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
It's Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
It's Will-O.W.S like. It's just a floating orb of light that seems to be cheerfully, just going along. But is it safe to assume that your thermal vision, you've dispelled that?
Yes.
As the light comes in, for just a split second, you see something in the distance on the ceiling skitter away. It was the same temperature as the wall it was on, and you hear a weird shrieking noise ahead.
Sort of shrieking noise.
It's almost sounds like monkeys.
Okay,
Cave ape.
let's... I've now fully pulled out my sword and am muttering a little prayer under my breath.
Understandable.
And I think I probably am calling out, "Hey, is there anybody there? We're here to help."
We're gonna help the monsters?
Careful, Roland. Cave apes are vicious.
I love the certainty with which you said that. As the Will-O.W.S kind of goes forward of its own volition, more and more of these things are on the walls and skittering away the moment they enter light.
What do they look like?
Well, as soon as they enter light, they run away, so it's hard to see them.
Yeah. Best you can get is a vague shape. They look like arachnid in shape.
Cave spiders. Those are very deadly.
Ah, okay.
And Onyx doesn't know this for sure. They're just pulling this out of their ass. Just to kind of...
I have no reason to doubt it.
Yeah.
I take out my gun, it's like, so we shoot them?
Yeah, you could probably just take a shot at one of them, right? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you're the expert, Onyx. What should I do here?
I never said I was an expert. But yeah, you could probably shoot at one. Though there might be a lot of them. There are probably a lot of them.
Izzy, what do you think about these new cryptids?
Cocks the grenade launcher.
I don't know if I understand the significance of the grenade launcher enough, but how stable are these tunnels working?
Not grenade launcher stable. So yeah, was somebody going to shoot at the...
Yeah, Gale will shoot at them and say, "For science!"
Can you roll me a kick some ass real quick?
I don't remember what my modifier is, but I rolled a 4, so that's going to be a fail.
You fire off the shot and it hits nothing. It just echoes really loudly. For the record, you are in a cave, so gunshots are gonna hurt like hell. Your eardrums are not enjoying that.
Looking at my gun like, oh, I get it. You only like to shoot Miller.
And then one creature crawls on the ceiling into the light, and you get a good look at it. The best way to describe it is a lanky, fuzzy spider with a human apish face. 5 more also appear from behind it into the light, and they begin to approach you.
Surrender!
They do not.
Yeah, you gotta roll manipulate someone.
I am going to hit these guys with a sword.
All right.
They are some nails, and I have a hammer.
Roll me a kick some ass.
I rolled a 9 to kick some ass.
All right. First of all, your weapon, how much harm again?
3 harm.
Got it. You run up to one of them and swing your sword at it. You do strike it and cut off several of its legs, and it looks very hurt. But then it drops from the ceiling and bites you.
Okay.
Oh, roll to protect someone.
That sounds like something Gale would do.
Yeah.
It
And
100%
for the record,
does.
there was harm.
Ah,
But feel free to roll, Gale. Yeah. Go ahead.
that's a 7.
Okay. You do manage to pull Roland back before the creature bites down on him. And then it bites down on your arm. Take 2 harm, and you are now poisoned. You have a -1 hold for your next 3 rolls.
Ah, what do I need good rolls for anyway?
Surviving.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Thriving even.
I think Onyx is going to do something that nobody in the group would expect them to do, and is also going to forge ahead with their sword to kick some ass on the same target that Roland had hit. I am rolling weird for this because of the level up from last session, which is Unholy Strength. That is an 11. Ooh, I am hot this week. You know what? Does that one look like hurt, or?
I'd say it looks one harm away from dying hurt, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to gain the advantage and take a +1 forward, because I do 3 harm plus fire with my sword.
Yeah. With one strike of the sword, it is slain and curls up and dies the way spiders do.
Ugh.
Which is not a natural look for something with a vaguely mammalian face. But the other 5 are now aggressively approaching you guys. A few of them are crawling right up above the front line to try and get to Izzy and Gale in the back.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, I don't like these things.
Hey Izzy, have you seen these things before?
Oh,
What do you
that's right,
think about these new cryptids?
Oh, that's right. Although, to use this move, I actually might need to ask a question. Might actually invoke a question I hadn't been thinking about. I do have, when I encounter a creature phenomenon, I may declare that I've seen it before. And then Nathan gets to ask some questions about that encounter, and I will tell me one useful fact I learned and one danger to watch out for maybe right now. As long as it's established, this would be the result of a wiki walk. Although on that note, what's up with the rest of my Discord group, by the way? We found Jeff at the museum.
They are safe.
Are they still on Discord?
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
You did not get this information from a WikiWalk. You recognize these things from somewhere else because it's 2 animals mishmashed together. Where have you seen that before?
It's a chimera!
Oh, wasn't that like at the hospital? Wasn't that like basically the thing we fought at the fucking hospital?
Yep.
Oh my god, okay then, yeah. What is one fact and one danger?
They're
Don't go
not
in
natural.
water.
These things were man-made.
Uh-oh.
The danger, they're man-made. Never accept anything less than an organic monster.
So full of chemicals.
Exactly.
I mean, I suppose the real danger of them being man-made is the fact that they can be operated and deployed with intelligence behind them.
Yeah, that's not great, but okay, and yeah, it's like, I think Izzy twigs to that. They're like, oh shit, someone tactically placed these things.
Another thought that does occur to you is that because they are spiders and monkeys, these are not what has been stealing people from their backyards. These things can't burrow.
Well, not our problem. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, this isn't it. Let's go, gang. We'll leave someone else to deal with this. But okay, yeah, I guess we have this information, and once we are not being attacked by literal spider monkeys, I will share it with the group.
For now, though, literal spider monkeys.
It might not end up being an issue if the spider monkeys rip us apart or kill us with their poison.
Has anyone tried firing a gun yet? I don't think so, right?
I did.
They missed. Yeah.
Gale did, but
Gale did.
missed.
It was loud.
So are you saying I shouldn't fire my gun as well?
I'm not actually putting a gameplay mechanic behind the ringing ears, so...
Okay. In that case, yeah, I think she's gonna pull out her pistol and just kind of fire at the nearest one. A little less crazily than in the past. I think she has started to get acclimated to the adrenaline, but it's still... It's not great marksmanship. So that's gonna be kick some ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6 and a 1. I hate it when... Okay, yeah, fuck it, just fuck me up. That's a 6.
You get XP.
I do.
You get XP, you miss completely, and one, like, drops right on top of you and begins to bite at you.
Yeah.
While
ouch.
screaming, like a monkey.
Yeah, terrible. How much harm?
2 harm, and you are poisoned.
Oh, it's super poisoned. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's the best I can do for now. What y'all got?
I could grab the one that's on top of Izzy and try to do some magic.
Yeah.
Or would that be 2 moves? I don't know.
I'm willing to put it all into one, use some magic roll, but if you fuck it up, I will fuck you up.
Alright, sounds good.
Perfect.
Also, you have a -1 forward.
Yep.
Because of the poison.
Yeah.
That's okay, I'm channeling the link with my guide. So I use Charm, which means I still have +2.
Is W.O.W.S in here, or is W.O.W.S at the...
It's dark, of course W.O.W.S is in here.
Oh, right,
Mhm.
of course. Right. Sorry.
Vaguely in the background, it's hard to see because of all of the advanced darkness, but you're pretty sure WoW's just tore one of these things in half.
Beautiful.
So I rolled a 13. I'm going to grab this
Nice.
spider, run into the
Holy
darkness with
shit.
it into my arms, and when I return, it's just not there anymore.
I'm gonna put that as a banish.
Man?
Yeah,
Push goes in, it doesn't come out.
it is definitely in the deepest void of space right now, so... Yeah, good job. It's not coming back ever. That shit's dead as hell.
This is its life now. Death.
Mm-hmm. That said, there are still 3 remaining, and 2 of them have started to approach Roland and spit some web at him.
Ah, boo earns.
Could you give me an act under pressure?
Sure. I got a 7.
Okay. Alright. Hard choice, huh? Or a worse outcome, price to pay. What would be the funniest thing I could do here?
I mean, I was going to say, this isn't that exciting, so if you have another idea, it's okay, but they ripped my shield out of my hands.
I was
This is
actually
like a pretty
thinking that
basic
exact same thing.
That's a pretty basic thing that could happen. I lose 1 armor by that happening.
We'll go with it then, yeah.
Yeah.
You lose an armor, and they are still approaching menacingly, but you are not immobilized. You can hit back.
Yeah, my shield is caught in all the webby webs, but who cares? Now I'll just wield my sword two-handed. I get to apply 1.5 my strength modifier.
You fool, you played right into his hands.
No, that's not how it works in this. Yeah,
Bravely
no, I'm just
default
gonna kick ass
mechanics.
with my sword. That is an 11. I'm good at this.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to, let's see here. I want to inflict terrible harm so I could just hopefully kill it.
Oh, yeah, you cleave it in half instantly and horribly. That shit's dead. That said, the other one got a chance to get the drop on you and take a bite,
Okay.
as it were, because of your lack of shield. Deals 1 harm, and you
And
are
I'm poisoned. Yeah.
and you are poisoned.
But that's what happens. You get hurt in battle. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep going.
So, Onyx, seeing that the front line is relatively dealt with, is going to scoot back a little bit, turn around quickly, right in front of Izzy, one hand on their sword, and just palm Izzy in the forehead and say, "Be healed!"
Oh, Onyx, that reminds me. You've been moving around still, right?
Been moving around still?
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
doesn't take root. You gotta
Yeah,
set a
so
timer or
that-
something, man.
Yeah.
So that the shadow stuff you ingested does not take root.
Mm.
I've been moving around.
No, like a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onyx, you've been in a road trip.
I've also been practicing with my sword a lot. It balances
You know what?
out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So I rolled an 11 to heal Izzy, specifically neutralizing the poison.
Izzy, you are no longer poisoned.
We love to see it.
And that's me.
Does it just take away the poison, or does it heal any of my health
Yes,
as well?
it just takes away the poison.
Just
I have
takes
to
the
choose what it does, yeah.
No, that works for me. I was
Yeah.
just clarifying.
You're still ouchied for the moment.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
damn. Hate that man.
And there are still 2 left? Ooh, 1 left.
One
WoW's
left.
just started eating one of them.
Crunchy.
If nobody's gonna do anything, I'm gonna swing my sword.
Hey, Izzy!
What's up? You want me to go?
Yeah. There's 1 left, and it is running at you. Spiders aren't supposed to do that. It is horrifying.
All you've got is a hammer, and sometimes that hammer is a gun. Because the alternative would be the grenade launcher, and I don't think she's that bad off yet. I think she is just gonna start firing the gun again. I think instead of in the hopes and prayers that this roll works out, I think this is the moment where everything like slows down, and rather than just wild hip firing, I think this is where she just takes like one reflexive shot, and in a world where God loves her, it lands, and this is character development. Let's see.
Do the gods love
am
Izzy?
Going to find whoever is in charge of this Google dice rolling bot, and I'm going to lock them in these caves because it's another 6 and a 1.
Perfect.
Yeah, so time slows down. She aims the shot right down the barrel. Click.
Reminder that luck is a thing.
Yeah. Fine, yeah. I've already been burning off luck, and I'm worried about it. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to take more harm. If I take more harm, I will be unstable and possibly poisoned again. So you know what? I'll burn a luck to make that a 12. Take my luck, Riddle Master. I don't care anymore. What's my options for kick some ass again? It looks like I get to choose one extra effect. I would like to suffer less harm. I would like to not be made fucking unstable by this.
Your perfectly aimed, luck-inspired shot does actually hit it and knock it back, preventing it from getting to you. How much harm does your gun do again?
My gun is 2 harm, close, reload, loud.
Okay. It's still alive.
Excellent.
Ish.
I squish with foot. Squish.
Can you roll me a kick some ass?
9 minus 2, that's a 7.
I'll give it to you. You kill it instantly and horribly.
We'd love to see it.
Oh, you know when you step on something and it just feels awful? It's like that.
Out of curiosity, who's still poisoned?
Gale.
All right.
I've got
You
one
feel
more roll.
woozy. Pretty woozy, but you can continue. It seems like they didn't get that much poison into you.
Onyx is going to second verse, same as the first. This time, touching Gale. That's a 9. So it mostly succeeds, but I have a glitch. Short duration?
So you just suppress the poison?
You have managed to temporarily hold off the poison's effects. That -1 will come back at a later point of my discretion.
That's so much worse.
But you don't feel woozy. And then I would like to do the same thing to Roland. This time, instead of smacking him on the forehead, Onyx is going to go to do that, but then boop him on the nose. And that one was a 10.
The poison is cured, no harmful side effects.
So, what's the plan, gang?
Well, we've not found these people, but now that we've killed the things that were grabbing them, we should be able to find these people, or at least their remains, hopefully.
Yes,
Yeah.
the problem is certainly solved. Wouldn't you say, Izzy?
She just stares at you with this big pulsing spider bite on her neck and just an eyebrow twitch.
I cured your poison, didn't I?
Twitch.
But yes, it wouldn't hurt to share the fact that they have not solved shit.
Yeah, no, I think Izzy. That's right. Yeah, in my head that was still just being done automatically. Yeah, she clarifies to them. Yeah, bad news. These weren't it. That's not the worm. That's not the worm. It's its tongue. These things don't burrow, guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, if these
That's
They're
right.
down here, though.
Yeah, why would they be down here?
Because someone probably must have either put them down here or chased them down here.
Put them down here. Interesting. Would you have relayed the fact that they were
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's
Yeah.
someone, listen, someone would have had to make these things. These aren't demons. these aren't cryptids in the mythological sense. These would have had to be things that someone made, which means that, yeah, either they were placed down here deliberately or someone chased them down here, but either way, they didn't... If they just wanted to kidnap people and drag them away, they would have gone to, like, the fucking woods or something. These are monkeys, not moles.
Wait, are you saying that these monkeys were also kidnapped by whatever's kidnapping things?
I don't think Izzy caught on that might have happened, but I think when you point that out, it's like, you know what? Possibly. And if it is, we're just gonna have to fucking live with that. We're just gonna have to deal with that information when we come across it.
Kidnapped or no, these are obviously not natural things.
Oh, no, I'm fine. No.
Yeah.
So do we continue on, or are we looking at the wrong mystery?
The cave does continue forward.
Yeah.
I think we should probably continue on. If somebody put these here, I'm thinking these disappearances were... I don't think these are the things that were taking people, but I think this is connected.
Yeah.
Also, GM.
That's me.
Onyx's mother. When in the timeline of disappearances did she disappear? Was she perhaps one of the first?
She was the first.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wonder if she has anything to do with this. No.
She who?
Donna.
Donna?
Yes.
Who's she? I don't know a Donna.
Your sister.
My what? That's a weird thing to make up, Onyx.
No, I'm not making that up. Anyway, let's continue forward. There's more to this than meets the eye. I was just saying that.
Is the Will-O-Wisp still floating?
Yes, the Will-O-Wisp is still floating, but when we go forward, it's with the classic Transformers jump cut. The Will-O-Wisp is still slowly advancing, happy as a clam, deeper into the cave.
Alrighty.
Okay, yeah. Let's go in.
Deeper into the cave we go.
Is the Will-O-Wisp still kind of floating around?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I haven't sent it back yet.
As you go further and further in, the naturalness of the cave starts giving way again. It's starting to look like there was human interference here. And at some point, you reach a big metal door.
Oh. And Izzy cocks the grenade launcher and is like, stand back, guy.
Wait, is it unlocked?
Yes.
Oh, that's convenient.
It's going to be unlocked with this grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I mean, who would lock a door if you've got guard spider monkeys?
People interested in proper security.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume then somebody opens the door.
I'll do it.
When you open the door, the first thing you smell is rotted flesh.
Not a promising sign, guys.
That is bad. That is really ungood.
You seem to have found a disposal area for a large number of dissected human corpses. It's a grisly sight. Clearly, not only have some been dissected, some were experimented on, judging by the unnatural ways their bodies have changed. And there's a cold shadow just clinging to the whole floor.
I'm going to assume that I recognize at least some of these people.
Yeah, this is most of the people who were on the missing board. At least the ones that are still human enough to recognize.
And since you said that there were 12 of them, I'm assuming there are only, 11 or so bodies here?
Yeah.
Well, at least there's not 6 missing. Then we'd have to worry that they were the spiders we just killed.
Well, and are there any other doors to this room?
There is one other door.
I'm assuming also metal?
Yep. Also unlocked.
Aw, and I was thinking of lightsabering my way through the door.
How many bodies are in here? Are we able to see?
11 or so.
Okay. If there's no immediate threats, as I look around and nothing's immediately attacking us, Roland is going to pray over these bodies.
Okay.
Try to give them... It's not quite last rites, because they're already dead, but something like that.
There should be some sanctity to this.
Yeah, exactly.
While the feelings of the dead cannot be traditionally parsed, this brings you, at least, a little peace on the situation.
Yeah.
Gale claps their hands together, rubs them. All right, I guess we do a seance.
There's also another door.
And Izzy cocks the grenade launcher and says, everyone stand back.
Hey, Izzy.
What's up?
If I open that door, you want to lob a grenade through it?
What if it's your mom on the other side, dude?
Nothing of value was lost.
No, God damn it.
None of these look like her.
Okay, but logistically, opening a door and immediately throwing a grenade through it before you know what's on the other side is probably not the best way for us to proceed.
I'll check. Gale throws open the door.
On the other side is a laboratory. The smell goes from rotting flesh to formaldehyde. There are experimentation tables, all sorts of chemical and magical devices. And at the far back, checking a clipboard is indeed Donna Bassett.
Oh, God damn it.
And she looks up from her work and says, this is awkward.
How did I know you were behind this?
Well, I can explain. I'm doing this to save the world. I am walking in the path of God's light.
I look over and I'm like, it is your mother and your...
Onyx, this is your mom? What the fuck?
I have my sword, and I gestured to her with my head, and then gestured to her with it. What are we doing?
Donna sighs and says, I didn't want to do this. And then she snaps her fingers, and the entire room is enveloped in a cold darkness.
Thanks for listening. Low Places consists of Daniel as Roland the Exile, who you can find at LOTR_Dan on Twitter. Theo as Isabelle the Seeker, who you can find at TheodoreMonk.com. Damien as Onyx Blackblade the Spellslinger, who you can find on Twitch at twitch.tv/magicalhack. Isaiah as Mr. Miller the Divine, who you can find at mythatelier.itch.io. Russell as Gale the Pararomantic, whose character playlist is in the show notes. And Nathan is the Keeper, who you can also find on Forgotten Eras, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. The link will be in the show notes. Editing and sound design for this episode was done by me, Russell. Our album art is by Trin at TeaTimeWitch on Twitter, and our main theme is by Claire LW, who you can find via the SoundCloud link found in the episode description. We're Daniel's Dread Tales on YouTube, where we run a stream the last Sunday of every month. Dan's Dread Tales on Twitter, and you can find a link to our Discord in the episode description. We'd love to have you. Music used in this episode was Dark Evil Ghost by Stock Music, Serious Dark Sorrow by Ashot Danielyan Composer, and Becoming a Hero Epic Inspiring Adventure soundtrack by Giole Fetzeri. Again, thanks for listening, and until next time, take chances, make mistakes, monsters.
Greetings, everyone. We killed Isaiah and ate his flesh. Sorry, everyone, it had to happen sometime.
It was as delicious as you would expect.
Stole a Traeger, stuffed it right in.
Let's begin my cannibalistic cohorts.